Welcome everyone to today's webinar, which is creating a cover letter that commands attention. Okay, so we'll start with cover letters at the very top. The first thing is how you address your cover letter. Now, if the job advertisement requests that the application be sent to, say, David, then writing "Dear Sir, Madam" indicates that you have no interest in the person reading your application. People like to be addressed by their names as if they matter. So only resort to a generic salutation when all available angles to research the contact name have been exhausted. Even then, what about "Dear Hiring Manager" or something a little warmer? Now, referring to your advertised position or having no references at all means there's a good likelihood that your resume or application will not be seen. Applications without any reference numbers or titles means the reader's going to have to put extra effort in finding out which vacancy was advertised in a certain newspaper or in a certain website on a certain date. Now, people are generally reluctant to put themselves out, so there's a good chance that your cover letter will be placed in the too hard pile if you don't let the person know what job you're applying for. So don't forget those reference numbers and position titles. Now, starting your letter off is very important. If you started off with clichés such as "I would like to apply for," it's very boring and the recruiter has seen it on every cover letter they get. Try to start with something more exciting. Now, here's an example. You could say, "Dear David, in today's turbulent economic environment, retailers need leaders demonstrating the confidence to continue red carpet service for loyal customers, the energy to maintain a positive, top quality staff, and the initiative to take bold steps for cost containment and lean operations." Now that sounds a lot better to "I would like to apply for the position in the Age advertised on Saturday the 15th. Now, the next thing, it's very important to sound conversational in your cover letters. A lot of people say, I hereby attach my resume for your perusal." Nobody says that. Nobody walks up to you and says, "Hi John, I'm hereby providing you with the notes for our meeting for your perusal." So opt for a business-like, respectful and conversational tone in your letter. It's important to give the person who's reading your letter an impression that should he call you for a meeting, he won't be sitting across the desk from a bank manager from the turn of the last century. Okay, this should go without saying, but never rely on your computer's spell check. The word "manager," for instance, if you leave out the second A, as so many people do, it won't be checked by it becomes "manger," and that is a word, and it won't be picked up by the spell check. At the same time, it will make you look very foolish on the cover letter, and especially if you say "I have an eye for detail" when clearly you don't. So write your cover letter, read it, proofread it, and then hand it on to a friend who will read it for you as well. 2 sets of eyes is much better. 3 is certainly getting there. Everyone makes errors, but the key is to find them before you look foolish. Now, be careful when you're writing your resume in using "I." The resume, while it's about you, is actually communicating, or should be communicating, to the employer how you can help them instead. So if you look down and count the numbers of I would, I am, I hope, I also, I can, I have, all of those sort of things, just simply are talking about you, and the person who's reading the letter feels divorced from that. We don't hear what's in it for them. So replace as much as you possibly can all your I's with you. Your business will receive, your clients will get from me, and those sort of things. If you make the reader interested in what you say because it's about them, they will be a lot more open and interested in what you have to write. Keep the focus on what you're offering to meet client needs, the employer's needs. Now, often you'll find that people write a description of their company. Company ABC is that I work for at the moment is an innovative, clever company with thousands of happy clients. Well, that's fine if the company was going for a job, but it's not. You are. So keep the focus on you and what you are offering yourself to that employer. And it's the same with teams. The team didn't do it. You must have had a part in it. Don't use words like we did this, we did that. Offer what you can. Keep the focus on what you can offer to the employer. Another thing that's important is making your cover letter about what you have achieved rather than duties and responsibilities. The fact is, employers do not buy the duties and responsibilities of your last position. What they do buy is you and your talents and how you can improve the status quo. So if you indicate on your cover letter that you simply come in at 9 o'clock, do a list of duties and responsibilities and go home at 5, then you contribute nothing. If, on the other hand, you indicate perhaps by 3 quantifiable examples of how you made things different as part of your job, therefore you are a problem solver, and all employers love a problem solver. So include perhaps 3 quantifiable achievements in the middle part of the cover letter to indicate how you have solved problems and how you have made a difference, and indicate that is the same amount of talents and experience and problem-solving ability that you'll be offering them. Next, clichés must simply be eliminated. Things such as, I have excellent interpersonal and communication skills, I am a great organizer, I am a team player. Honestly, so many people say of being hardworking, warm, that they all sound like puppies, quite frankly. So what we want to do is we want to eliminate those clichés and instead remember, actions speak louder than words. So if those things are important to you, if indicating to someone that you do have excellent communication and interpersonal skills, you do have great organisational skills, you are a team player, if you want to get that information across to people, then simply don't say it. Show how you've applied those talents to get a result. So we can go back to the previous point in that case and talk about achievements. You could give 3 bullet points of how your top 3 cliched skills were actually used within the work situation to get a result and to solve a problem. And finally, finish with a call to action. People end a lot of their cover letters that they just putter out, and they sound passive, and that they're just sitting home like Cinderella waiting for the phone to ring. Now I have an example here, if you'll allow me to read it out, and this gives an indication of what I'm talking about when I say call to action. It would be a pleasure to discuss your needs and my capabilities in meeting and exceeding your expectations with new solutions and proven programs. I'm available to chat in the next week and keen to move forward. Please let me know what days and times work for you. Now, that is a call to action. That's saying, I'm available to chat in the next week. Please let me know what date and times work for you. And that sounds more professional, and it inspires somebody to do something after reading your cover letter. And that's exactly what we're going for. You're not Cinderella. You're not waiting for Prince Charming to arrive with the glass slipper. You're going out and making something happen. Thanks everyone for coming to our webinar today. For more, you can see more at the Executive Brand blog. I have a before sample there that indicates all the problems that we've been talking about today, so you can see that. Then follows an analysis of what was wrong with that cover letter, and finally there's an after sample cover letter that addresses all of those problems with a powerful cover letter that you can have a look at and perhaps model something for yourself there. You can get there by going to the Executive Brand blog at www.theexecutivebrand.com. You can either click on that link there, or alternatively simply go to the executivebrand.com blog and in the search criteria placing cover letter in there, and it'll navigate you to the right area. So thank you very much for attending this webinar today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, bye.